Welcome back to West Texas View.
Randy Ham, the Executive Director of the Odessa Arts and Humanities Council, is here talking to us about all of the things that are available for us to beautify, to educate, to draw people into the Permian Basin. All of these things are the reason for the council to be in effect, but it could not be in effect if it were not for the partnerships that have been formed, and that's the whole mission of it, is to get people working together to coordinate, to cooperate, and to synergize all of this energy to make things happen. So let's talk about some of your partnerships and some of the projects that you've got coming up.
Oh, wonderful. I want to start by saying none of this would be possible without the support and encouragement of the Odessa City Council. They have been the biggest cheerleader.
They've got to have a visionary approach.
Absolutely. We go to the City Council, to the city employees, and it's always, what can we do to help? What can we do to help make Odessa a beautiful place? What can we do to make it a cultural center? You know, they really are invested in the quality of life of its citizens, and I cannot say enough about how wonderful they are. But beyond that, the fact of the matter is we do wonderful things with having, like I said, we, okay, I need to stop because I need to go back. I just lost my train of thought.
Well, one of the things that I want to say is that in any community, if you do not have the leadership involved, then you're not going to go anywhere. It doesn't matter how creative, how many partnerships you have. It does not matter how many dollars you have. If you don't have the people that can organize and inspire the city workers, that can organize and inspire all of these United Way groups and everything working together. And that is one of the things that we do well. Once we're inspired and we have a vision, West Texans are able to move forward. And that's one of the things I've seen, whether it was Artesia, whether it was Abilene, San Angelo, all of these communities have been together. It went back to this leadership. I wanted to stop one other thing and say, is your Odessa leadership and Midland leadership have both been really involved in seeing how all of this is coming together. So I'm always interested in saying, okay, let's have some concrete examples, whether it's something that's just happened or coming up.
Well, a project that's very near and dear to my heart that really showed how the community can come together is One Book Odessa. It's a program that we started in 2011, and it's a citywide read. And really, it came about because I had just moved back from Amarillo, and I was kind of in the doldrums, and I was kind of, you know, I had been in Amarillo, I had been working for Hastings, and I was kind of mad, and I was like, why can't I live in a community that has a citywide reading program? And I kept saying that to myself, and then I thought, well, if you want a citywide reading program, you're going to have to do it yourself.
You're going to do it yourself.
And what I found was that everybody else wanted one too. We just didn't, you know, nobody knew how to start one. So we were kind of fumbling in the dark. But what happened was the Ector County Library, the Ellen Noel Art Museum, Odessa College, UTPB, West Texas, the Lone Star Brass from the Symphony. All of these organizations came together, and we all partnered to put together a citywide reading program. And we chose Brad Meltzer as our first author, and we would have events all over town, concerts, art shows, public readings, all centered on this book. And then we brought Brad Meltzer himself to Dedrick Auditorium. And it was amazing. And it was fantastic to see this community rally around literature, which I was so afraid wasn't going to happen. And it turns out it had such a great response that people asked, what are you going to do next? And we did a book festival, and we did a bunch of regional authors from all over Alpine, Austin, Dallas, all came to Odessa. And we did Books in the Basin. And so that was another literary event that we saw the people rally around. And then we moved on to Aaron Morgenstern, who is the author of The Night Circus, for our second One Book Odessa, and had a big program at the Globe Theater. We had cooking classes that had to do with the book. We had homemade wines make a special wine that tied into the book. So you see this community investment in the arts, and it's amazing. People that you would never have imagined would come together, all because of one book. And that led us to even expand our book festival last year and do it in Midland and Odessa. So we got to see the partnership between the two cities, and that was fantastic. It was so much fun. So we, and now we're getting ready to launch our next citywide read, One Book Odessa, which I'm so excited about. This is this one's been on my bucket list for years, so I'm really
and the author is going to be someone that people are going to be so excited to get to meet in person.
Oh yes, this is somebody that routinely sells out at Carnegie Hall at $50 a ticket, and we're going to be able to offer them for free at the Wagner Noel. And I'm really excited about that, and be able to present this to West Texas and have them take advantage of this unique opportunity.
And when you say that, you rush over it, but a lot of people haven't been in the Wagner Noel yet. And that is an architectural wonder. It's also an entertainment wonder, because you can hear wonderfully from any part of either of the auditoriums that they have. And it is just a jewel on our prairie. And then to have such an interesting program for free is just amazing. And I want us to talk more about that author, because we haven't even unveiled him in just a minute. But we've got to take a break right now. But one of the things I want to say is, when you first started saying, why don't we have this, you were not sure whether it would be received as a joke or not, and you went ahead and had the courage to do it, and look what it's made out of. We'll be back in just a minute and continue this program.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.